I hope you understand. Any question about the exact form? Okay. So we solved one equation by quadratic formula. Maybe let's do another one that way. So this is another one. Solve the following equation for any equation with a real solution. Support here. So this time they did not actually tell me to use quadratic formula. Okay, let's do this one. They say use the quadratic formula. Okay, so we know we have done two quadratic formula, and then we shall do completing the square also. All right, so we are told to use quadratic formula here. So the first one I want to do, I'm going to do it up here. I have 2x squared minus 9x, and I want to bring -1 to the left-hand side equal to 0. So it can be in standard form. So I made the quadratic function look like a standard form. The next thing is to find the coefficients. The leading coefficient is 2. The coefficient of the linear term is -9, and that is B, not A. So the coefficient of the linear term is -9. The constant term is -1. Then what I do is check the discriminant first. So I'm going to check the discriminant. That tells me the whole story, because I don't want to be solving a problem and later on find out, oh, it's a complex solution. If it's complex solution, I want to know it now. Okay, so the discriminant, D, is B squared minus 4AC. So -9 squared minus 4 times A is 2, C is -1. 9 squared is 81. 81 minus, this is going to be plus, minus. It's plus. 81 minus 8 is going to give me 73. Okay, so the discriminant is 73, two real solutions. Therefore, now I say plug into the quadratic formula. I can just do that without putting everything in. So I have -9. D is -9, so no, minus 9 plus or minus square root of 73. Instead of putting in everything, I already know the value of the discriminant. Therefore, the radicand, if I know the value of the discriminant, then I know the radicand, which is 73. Therefore, now I have divided by 2, and then simplify. Remember, most of the time you're told to leave your answer in exact form. See it, leave your answer in exact form. In other words, do not go and use your calculator to find square root of 73. You're messing yourself up. Leave your answer in exact form. Minus minus is plus. So your answer is 9 plus or minus square root of 73. Full stop. Divided by 2. Don't continue with the simplification. Any questions so far? Unmute yourself. Ask your question. Any question? Now we're going to completing the square. We have already done converting the standard form to the vertex form. It is exactly the same method. So, except that I'll be finding the solutions this time. Okay, because I'm going to be finding the solutions, I wouldn't put any f of x. So, this is the quadratic equation that I'm given. I'm told to solve using completing the square. This is the way I solve it. There might be other ways, but this is what I do. So I will throw the constant term to the right hand side. So I have x squared minus 18x. Then throw the constant term to the right, which is 4. And I will keep a space. See this space here. Then I will find the linear term and find the coefficient of the linear term. It's -18. Divide that coefficient by 2. Coefficient of the linear term is negative 18 divided by 2, negative 9. So I add plus negative 9 squared. I put that on both sides. Whatever you do to the left, do it to the right on both sides. Now I open a parenthesis on the left-hand side. Pick 1, x, pick 1 here. Remember there is a negative there, squared. On the right-hand side, I will simplify. Negative 9 squared is 81. 81 plus 4 is what I have here. If I add them together, I have 85. So 85. Therefore, x minus 9 squared is equal to 85. Any question? You can disagree though. If I write something it doesn't make sense to you, let me know. Okay? Now at this point, I am solving for x. That's the difference between changing it from standard form to the vertex form. I am just solving for x, so I'm going to find the square root of both sides. Find the square root of both sides. Square will cancel with square root. Find the square root of both sides. Remember that whenever you find the square root, you got to write plus or minus. All right, now that I have squared both sides, found the square root of both sides, on the left-hand side, I have x minus 9 remaining, but I'm solving for x only. So I'm going to write x is equal to 9 plus or minus square root of 85. Well, guess what? You are told to leave your answer in exact form. Do not go to simplify that. It makes your world easier, by the way. So that's my answer. And by the way, I will check and see if that the quantity in the radical sign, which is the radicand, is the radicand. Can I simplify it? If you can simplify it, that's fine, but I don't think so. So you leave it like that. Let's do another completing the square. Any question? That was the first completing the square.